Hi, this is Hank Schultz, Senior Correspondent with Nutri-Ingredients USA. I'm here today with DHart, Vice President of Marketing for Qualitas Health. Qualitas Health is a company based in Israel that is bringing a new EPA-only algal oil ingredient to market, and they are producing this in West Texas. So David, tell me a little bit about the production of that ingredient and the launch of it.
So Omega PL is a polar lipid structured vegetarian sustainable omega-3 that comes from non-GMO microalgae. We have R&D, marketing, business development, clinical medicine facilities in Jerusalem, Israel, and we have production in West Texas in the United States. Our algae are grown in open ponds. Sunlight is the main energy source, and we have specific extraction technology to maintain the unique polar lipid, which is phospholipid and glycolipid structure of the omega-3 fatty acids.
And it's an EPA-only ingredient. So what's these EPA-only ingredients have been gaining traction in the marketplace. What's the story behind that movement?
So EPA is a great functional omega-3, especially for adults. There are two indications where there's very robust science around EPA specifically. They are mood and depression, and cardiovascular and triglycerides. Now, specifically around mood, EPA in the brain starts a cascade of anti-inflammatory reactions that ultimately help with symptoms of depression and mood. DHA doesn't start those reactions, but yet they compete for the same receptor sites. So by having a high level of unopposed EPA, or only EPA, using omega-3 for mood is much more effective.
And I understand with the polar lipid structure of your ingredient, it shares some of the purported bioavailability advantages that krill oil has vis-a-vis fish oil sources, for instance. Now, you did a comparison study with krill, but there was a little bit of issue with trying to design that study in such a way that, in as much as possible, you were comparing apples to apples. So can you tell us about the structure, the study design, and what you found?
So we did a bioavailability study comparing the plasma uptake of Omega PL to that of krill oil. Professor Philip Calder, who's one of the leading omega-3 researchers in the world, he's a co-author of the study and helped with the study design. The study was a crossover study with 10 healthy males. We gave 1.5 grams of total omega-3s to each study participant at each dosage. The distribution of the omega-3s was different between krill and Omega PL. Omega PL was 1.5 grams of EPA, krill was 1 gram of EPA and 500 milligrams of DHA, but the total omega-3 amount was the same. When you look at the results of the total omega-3, it showed that there was equivalent to, with a trend towards superior bioavailability of omega, with a p-value of 0.08. But when you look specifically at the EPA uptake, even though Omega PL had a higher dosage of EPA, it had a relatively significantly higher uptake of omega-3. We think that the study design is very robust, and the results specifically for EPA are very satisfying to us.
Well, thanks for telling us about the launch of your new ingredient. This is Hank Schultz, reporting from Supply Side West. For more coverage on the show, go to NutriIngredientsUSA.com.